I'm yours, Logan 23. You joining me for Vampire Girl 2, Chapter 6. Asher points and you notice a distinct shadowy aura enveloping your body. The energy fades, but as you stare at your reflection, you take note of a strange black band around your wrist. It uncurls as you watch it, unfolding tiny wings. As you raise your hand, a baby dragon the size of a new kitten crawls into your freshly healed palm. Ooh, okay, I like the bony one. I like the bony. I don't know. That one's cute. That one's cute. That one has a lot more personality, though. You peer the newborn dragon. He yawns, squeaking softly in your hand. You're adorable. Are you Yami the spirit? His lips curl while like he's smiling, and he makes a little trilling sound. Eh. Asher and Madrid stare at you in utter confusion as you raise your hand to them, presenting your baby dragon. Asher, Madrid. This little guy is Yami, right? Asher squints at your hand, then at you. I'm not sure what's happening. Princess, we do not see whatever it is you're seeing. You look down at Yami as he curls into your palm, one tiny, clawed hand clutching at your thumb. So only I can see you, huh? I have a baby dragon now. The tree showed me a vision of a dragon, of spirit Yami, and now he's with me, sort of. Realize how nonsensical the words you're speaking must sound, but Madrid looks utterly delighted. She bows before you, turning to the crowd. The Midnight Star has been reborn. Some Fae fall to their knees, while others look as skeptical as Asher. King Lucian scowls at you. The voice did call me that. It said I'm the Midnight Star. Madrid, what does that mean exactly? It means you, both of you, are perfectly in sync, united in soul and bound by destiny. It means you are a druid, a person chosen to guide and be guided by a spirit. Yami chirps and snuggles into the crook of your neck, his tail resting over your shoulder. You notice Asher has fallen silent, staring intently at the seemingly empty space you keep scratching and patting at. It's where Yami is sitting. Is he really that small? You laugh. Finally, you found Asher's soft spot. He's dying to see a baby dragon. Wouldn't you like to know? Why am I the only one who can see Yami? He is ancient and fickle spirit, and only reveals himself to those he deems worthy. But if no one can see him, will the people ever believe me when I tell them I'm the Midnight Star? Yami begins to pace across your shoulder, and you catch him as he starts to slip. Can he even fly yet? Do I need to teach him how? He has just been reborn. It will take him time to adjust to the world around him and grow strong again. The both of you are starting fresh. You have much to learn before you are truly a druid. Once he feels safe and ready, Yami will choose to become visible to the rest of us. If it helps, I believe you about Yami. Asher's gaze hasn't wavered, still scanning around you, looking for the dragon spirit he knows is hiding before his eyes. This is driving him crazy, isn't it? Oh, let him pout. Quit staring, Asher. You can't see him, but he can see you. You're going to make him nervous. Maybe it's me who should be nervous, now that you've a dragon on your side. Madrid closes her throat, and you both settle down, snapping back to the conversation at hand. She speaks more quietly, dropping her voice low so only you and Asher can hear her. Now that Yami has returned, the druids and their spirits will awaken. So, there's Yami and me, and 4 other pairs, right? Yes, the rest still slumber, recovering from the blow that took Yami from them all those years ago. Within the tree is the air druid, Varus, and his partner, Zira, the air spirit. What, in the tree? Madrid grins and nods, looking to the massive silver trunk. We are waiting for him to wake. It should be any moment now, as his strength returns. What will happen when he wakes up? Asher sighs deeply, looking to the tree as well, with a more melancholy stare. He rubs at his temples. What indeed? Old sins will be revisited, undoubtedly. What? Ignore him. Prince Asher has baggage. Sounds more like an understatement of a century. But how's it related to... Before you can ask anything more, lightning flashes overhead. It strikes a tree, filling it with light. You brace for splintered wood, but the trunk merely glows so brightly you need to shield your eyes from the brilliant shine. So, the air druid. Is he a friend? Asher scoffs and Madrid shoots him a glance. He will help you master your new magic so you can find and unite the rest of the spirits. Under the blast of lightning hits the tree and begins to creak and groan, shining with the light of the burst. He's waking. Well, I'll be... A hush falls over the crowd as the tree groans. The silver roots part to reveal a hollow beneath the massive trunk. Yami scampers up your sleeve and perches on your shoulder as he gives an excited chirp. There's a person walking out of there. Is that the air druid? You hear Asher suck in a breath as out of the shower. The shower's hollow steps a man. He's dressed in flowing robes and his head is shaved and tattooed. He's beautiful, almost mesmerizing as he fixes his piercing eyes on you. The air druid has awoken. Her voice is reverent, but the druid stares past you and his gaze lands on Asher, who shuffles awkwardly on his fancy Italian shoes. Hello, old friend. Hi, Varys. The two men stare at each other, and despite their silence, you can tell that there's a history there, and not all of it good. I wonder how much can happen between two people with lifetimes that stretch on for centuries. Some of the gathered Fae reach out for Varys, and those that can't touch his robes or simply hold those in front of them, forming chains of awestruck onlookers. The glow spreads through them, and a flurry of wind picks up around you. What's happening? You look at Asher, who watches quietly. He looks unimpressed by Varys' display. He's kind of a god to them, in a way. The old one, the wild one, the air druid. He shows off his power to let them know he's truly awoken. Madrid stands next to you. She has never looked so proud. The wild one. What does that mean? It's another name for druids, your kind. Chosen people who are allied with the spirits. Princess, High Fae, Druid, Midnight Star, the Wild One. I sure am collecting a lot of titles, aren't I? When Yami is revealed, and you are presented to our people, you will be revered just as highly as Varys. You, too, will be seen as one with your spirit, a god. Her words weigh heavy on you as you're escorted back to your room by Asher. The Fae seem to willingly stand around the tree all night, basking in the presence of their awakened druid. Asher is quick to hurry you away to your room, insisting you need rest for tomorrow's presentation. You'll probably need to train a bit too, but don't worry about that right now. Asher, about what Madrid said. I don't want to be a god to these people. Why, ever not? Isn't that the ultimate elevation, to be worshipped by all? Grimace and remind yourself you're speaking to a prince of pride. Well, it's too much for pressure. I've never wanted to lead people, or become some sort of magical dragon reviving savior. We don't always get to choose the lives we need to live. You were chosen for this. You remember Yami's words and your vision, and you nod. I suppose I just wish I knew what to do. How do you parent an ancient dragon? Reborn from shadows and weird soul magic or whatever. I'm sure it'll come naturally, as you will your magic when Ferris trains you. You sigh and stroke Yami's tiny, delicate scales. He purrs in his sleep. I hope you're right. Things will seem less dire in the morning. You've been through a lot. You need rest. Yami seems to chirp in agreement, nuzzling his tiny face into your neck. You uncurl him from your neck and place him on one of the pillows on your bed, where he curls up contentedly. What will I be learning from Varys? That's for him to decide. Before you can ask more, Asher nods to you and departs, closing the door behind you. His footsteps fade down the hall and you settle into bed beside Yami. Yami, you're an ancient immortal spirit with all sorts of knowledge, and you can sense the truth, right? He cocks his head like a dog, hearing a strange sound, and looks at you curiously. I think I've got the answers I need. My friend Ez back on Earth. Are you able to tell me if my friends back on Earth are doing okay? His head stays cocked, and he wiggles it. His small tongue lolls out of his mouth. Guess not. No sweat, buddy. I just figured it was worth asking. You let yourself flop back down on the bed, exhausted from the day's events. Your hand finds your newly pointed ears as you lay in bed. You wonder if you're really the same girl who was an average waitress just a month ago. You feel something lick your chin. Yami has crawled into the crook of your neck. Yami? He starts to lick your hair, dragging his head back as he trains to lovingly groom you. We'll have to work on that whole awe-inspiring thing, won't we? Close your eyes as Yami preens and paws at your hair. Sleep quickly finds you. The next day, Asher walks with you through the island as you journey to meet Varys. Keep up. We don't want to keep the air druid waiting. Yami perches on your shoulder, sniffing at the air. You feel a deep connection to the tiny dragon as if tethered to him. He never strays far from you, and you wonder if the two of you could even survive being apart. Is this all the Druid feels like? I guess I'm one of them now. Asher is oddly silent beside you as you pass through the village, and until now you've been too lost in thought to strike up the conversation. And a thought strikes you. Asher, what does he eat? Who, Varys? No, not the air druid. Yami, what does he eat? I need to make sure he's cared for. He frowns, seemingly confused. Seems his knowledge of the Fae has its limits. Don't you just know? You mean, was I blessed with the knowledge of the ages, including how to raise an actual dragon? No, Asher, don't be ridiculous. He smirks for the first time all morning, and you find yourself smiling back. Asher's clearly got Varys on his mind. There's something big in their history, and he's not telling me. I said it's none of my business. If Asher weren't so blatantly dramatic about it, he clearly wants an excuse to share. I'll drop it. Who cares? Don't you have a kingdom to run or something, Prince of Pride? Asher shrugs, unconcerned by the thought. I check in now and then, but I have people to assist me in governing. Assistants? Vampires have those? The political-minded do. You'll meet them eventually when you come to stay with me. You've almost forgotten that you're staying with Asher in his kingdom. What'll happen to Yami? Nothing. He's bound to you personally, not the kingdom of Avakari. Since he's invisible, there should be no issue in him coming along. You sigh in relief and nod as he leads you towards the mountains. Wow, that was pretty. Two of you climb one of the peaks, and at the top is a deep cavern nestled within another massive silver tree. Wow, it's beautiful. You peer around the cave within the hollow tree and spot Varys meditating. The Druid floats in midair above the rocks, right in front of the massive pool that fills the cavern center. That looks like the guy who does not want to be bothered right now. Yikes. Crap, what if I need to cough? What if he startles and falls on the rocks? What if he hits the rocks and dies? Or worse, what if he falls, bruises his ass, and then it's my fault? That will be my legacy. I'll be the girl who bruised a god's ass, and no one will teach me magic. Asher, can you... Asher holds up a hand wordlessly, gives you a curt wave, and slips away quickly, determined to vanish before Varys notices him. Well, this is uncomfortable. I should wait patiently by the entrance. Lean against the cavern wall and watch Varys hover above the stone. I wonder if it takes concentration, or is it just a small part of his magic? You shift your weight from one leg to the other, trying to decide what to do as the silence stretches on. He did want me here, didn't he? Is he expecting me to say something? Begin inching your way deeper into the cavern, hoping he takes notice of you. Before you can decide what to do next, Yami takes the lead. The dragon leaps from your shoulder, screeching so loudly that you're sure the entire island can hear him. Oh no, Yami, hush or else... Yami, please! The tiny dragon glides to the ground, staring up at something overhead as he screeches. A massive white owl swoops down towards where Yami has landed. Its movement leaves a trail of glimmering mist in its wake. The owl's hooked talons scrape the ground as it lands, spreading its wings as though shrieking back at the tiny dragon. Ooh, you're pretty. That must be Zira, the air spirit. We're making a great first impression, I bet. Yami tries to puff himself up to be as ferocious as a kitten-sized dragon can hope for. A small jet of shadowy black flames erupts from his mouth. Before you can act, Varys' voice cuts through the echoing cavern like thunder. Silence! Both Yami and the owl fall silent, and still as Varys lowers himself down to the rocks. Jumps, seemingly to glide as if lighter than air. After a moment, he lands silently before you. Ari, your spirit is untrained, young, impetuous. From what I've heard, he's much like you. You bristle, leaping to Yami's defense. Hey! Not my fault he's young and untrained. Fine. The dragon is forgivable. You, though. He stares you down, his eyes seem to probe your very soul, if he can read you effortlessly. I have heard many stories about you. It is time I see which are true. It is time to see if you really have the makings of a wild one. Your training starts now. Yeah. So without further ado, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Oh my god! So we're moving on to chapter 7. So we're a third of the way done. Yeah. Please save me. Send your energy, please. Bye.